Hey, how's it going, guys? Hope everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend. So let's break down the portfolio. So in this video, we'll go over the portfolio update. We'll go over some of the posts on Twitter, and we'll give the shout outs at the end of the video. So today we had a pretty flat day today. I think we're at 90,090 a couple days ago. So today we ended at $90,003.38. So let's take a look at what's going on. In the traditional IRA, we're down 28 bucks or 0.8% today. So not much of a move over here. It looks like we had a pretty, it looks like on midday we were 3% up, then we're 3% down, and we ended up flat. Let's look at the Roth IRA. We were down $138 or 1% today. In this account, we have a lot more positions here to look at. We have the ENVX 1350 covered call. Let's take a look at where it's at right now. So we are at 0% total return. So we're back at break even there. Let's go to total percent change. Now here's where it gets interesting. The TSLA $10 call. So because, or $10 covered call. Because TSLA, Tesla went down today. So it looks like this one went up quite a bit today. I'm expecting to. I'm just gonna wait off on this, especially on plays that I'm considering as just as a swing trade. I don't mind getting assigned on these. I'm just going to wait it out until I get 80% return on these. The Palantir $30 call. We're still at negative 29% all time. Today's return, negative 0.8%. The Unity $40 call, we're at negative 8%. Or today's return of negative 6% today. Palantir, today's return, flat. TSLA down almost 3%. And ENVX had a flat day today as well. So total percent change, we're up on the ENVX position by almost 2%. And we're down negative on the TSLA position by 6.4%. Let's take a look at the big account. In the big account, we're up $229 or 0.3% today. In this one, we have the cash secured puts on TSLA. So on this one, we are down 12% all time. This doesn't expire until June 21st, so nothing to worry about here. On this one, however, I'm going to have to roll sometime this week. You can see Palantir closed at, I believe it was at 2106 today. Yeah, 2106 today. So subtract 2106 by 24. You get, what is that, 294? 294, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 294 minus 302. So we have 8 cents of extrinsic value left. That's not a lot. Our delta is approaching 0.9. See, we're at 0.884. This one I'm expecting to roll, and I am thinking of rolling down this time. So I think a mistake that I made is rolling just out in time, but not down in strike. The reason I initially did that was to collect some money up front. But what I'm sacrificing is holding up all this money in collateral that could be used on better plays, better setups in the short term, such as TSLA or ENVX, that are also high conviction plays for me. And I'm thinking, if I do roll, I am thinking of rolling possibly to July 5th, if the interest is there. I don't think it's going to be there, unfortunately. Yeah, unless I can roll to 23.50. But the bid and ask spread is too high. Look at that, 60-cent spread. That means that I'm going to get filled at 2.30. And if I want to close it, I'm going to have to pay $2.90. That's not good. I'm going to lose a lot on that spread. Let's look at July 19th. July 19th, if I wanted to roll down a strike, I would have to give back money. I'd have to give back $1,200 out of the $5,000 that I initially received. I'm a little uneasy about doing that, but it's something that I'm considering. But I think ultimately I could roll out further into time and down in strike. But that means kicking the can down the road for 56 days. I'm not sure. I'm weighing both options. I'm kind of leaning to kicking the can down the road a little bit less and giving back some of the money initially. But we'll see what I decide tomorrow. So here, today's return, 0.4%. So let's take a look at what's going on in the Twitterverse. Let's see. So here, Lord Grimm was posting some Palantir due diligence, and I consider Palantir due diligence kind of like truffles, that a truffle pig finds, and it's just high quality. Look at that. He's just like, man, look at those truffles. Over here, I saw this somewhere. If I ever post a meme about something you feel a way about, I want you to take it as personal as possible and do something about it. And I asked this thing to make it a quote. So I thought it was pretty funny having it set up like that. All right. This here, I posted, let's check up on the $140 calls on PayPal that Jesse kept trying to hype up for his tens of thousands of followers. I don't think they're going to make it.
He didn't make it. Nah! Oh my God! He didn't make it.
She only starts losing it after he declares it. Yeah, and the reason I'm joking about this is just, these calls, they're $140 strikes on PayPal for January 2025. People, really got misled by this guy. But hey, he's got tons and tons of followers on Twitter for a reason. People like chasing, big returns and promises of big returns. So here, I actually even noticed on my username at Garcia Cap, I just changed it. I was thinking of changing it over the weekend, and the votes decided, and I agreed with the votes. I kind of wanted to, I think when people think of my account, like if they're going to at me, they're going to be putting Garcia first. I don't think they're thinking of putting ITS_Garcia. I think it's just a little bit easier just to communicate with people, and I think it's just better with the brand. So Garcia Capital it is. The deed is done. So this here is insane. I posted why I don't want socialists running America mega thread. Take a seat and buckle up. So these are clips from the 2019 Democratic Socialist Convention, and every single one of these clips was cringe as hell. I'll just play the ones that are the most cringe, but
take a seat, everyone on the walls, take a seat so that we can count.
Let's see.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade. Okay, is there a speaker against name, chapter, pronoun?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Okay.
Look at that, man. The dude's triggered over people whispering to each other in a convention. And then with him complaining about that, someone else got triggered because he said, "Hey, you guys," and he was using gendered language. Yeah, they were asked to use spirit fingers.
Disability. First of all, in this room, I see that no one's clapping for me. It could be because I'm not engaging, but it also is because everyone's doing this. And that's really important because those loud bursts of noise, even though this is a noisy space, when we can do something like reducing that, that's really important. So please don't clap, shoot up these.
I mean, this guy.
Again, quick point of privilege once again. Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload, and that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety. Like, the be comradely isn't just for, like, let's keep things civil or whatever. It's so that people aren't going to get triggered and so that it doesn't affect their performance as a delegate, okay? Quick point of privilege once again.
I mean, dude, come on. Come on, James Jackson, get it together. It's insane. I think any well-adjusted person watching this is just thinking, like, is this a joke? Is this a sick joke? But no, there are people who operate in this way, and they see the world in such a binary way where it's just you're either a victim or you're an oppressor, and they see themselves as victims, and they're acting like victims. So I don't want this country ran by people like this. When Anduril Tech DPO? I need it soon. I would love to buy shares in Anduril. Let's see. So, this weekend, actually, there were 2 tornadoes that kind of passed through nearby cities in my area. And it was kind of it was my first exposure to these, to the tornado sirens, getting ready and just kind of keeping an eye on the storm watch. I've never seen this color of extreme back in California. So in our area, right before the tornado, the edge of the tornado kind of passed, we kind of got some extreme precipitation. So these were the 2 tornadoes. So the cone where it starts, and this is the direction it goes. So there were 2 tornadoes actually that passed where I live. And we caught the edge, this top edge of this one going to the X, and then we caught the end of the other one. So thankfully we weren't in the direct path, so the damage wasn't as high as it could have been had we been in this area here. I think people in this zone got it pretty bad. So let's see. Didn't come up with a clever caption. Just wanted an excuse to post this cute little croc. I mean, look at his little arms. He's crowned King Croc. This is one of my favorite graphs. Titanic annual deaths, 1912 and 2023. When I woke up on Memorial Day, knowing that the market is closed for a 3rd day. This is some bullshit. And had a pretty good day at the lake yesterday. Was drinking some Cayman Jacks, and it was nice. It was nice enjoying the weather, post-tornado weather. It was great. It was great being out on the boat and just chilling on the lake. Oh, an Ohio billionaire plans to take a $20 million sub to the Titanic site to prove the industry safer after the implosion of Ocean Gate. And one of the comments was like, where is it? Ohio billionaire has the opportunity to do the funniest thing of all time. So I just said, I'm loading up on 2026 Titanic calls. Because the market is pricing in 0 deaths till the end of time. Let's buy some calls. Here, I was referencing this post here. Letting Putin advance and take more territory in Ukraine sends a clear message to dictators around the world. Might makes right, that borders can be redrawn by force. It sets an incredibly risky precedent that democracies shouldn't allow to happen. And I commented that Dr. Karp has talked about this extensively. America needs to scare the bejeebers, according to Karp, out of the enemy with how advanced our software becomes. No amount of diplomacy and agreements will prevent our adversaries from declaring war. Might only respects might. Me when a bear announces a short position.
Let me tell you something, sweetheart. I don't know how y'all do shit where you from, but let me tell you something. Where I'm from, we don't do shit like that. Let me tell you something, sweetheart. I don't know how y'all do shit where
I don't respect bears in any way, shape, or form. So, let's end the video with the shoutouts. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, for liking the videos, subscribing, sharing, commenting. Thank you guys for helping out and everything, and I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.